As you may be able to see through my window, Nashville has received its first snow this winter. It was a blizzard, depositing almost half an inch to an inch of snow on the ground. Um, the most important long-term stimulus to U.S. consumers is not the one-time stimulus checks that were paid out in 2020 and 2021. The one-time stimulus payments were part of the CARES Act and Coronavirus Relief Act that were enacted in 2020 when Trump was president, and the American Rescue Plan that became law in March of 2021 when Biden was president. Adding all of those payments up under those three laws and assuming no phase out for higher income individuals, which started at $75,000, an adult would have received $3,200 or $6,400 for a married couple, and a family with dependent children would have received an additional $2,500 per child. Many pundits who focus on the health of U.S. consumers now correctly note that much of that money is gone, particularly for those who needed it to pay ordinary living expenses. And consequently, those funds are no longer available to support consumer spending going forward. While those stimulus payments were important, those who focus on them are missing the big picture, in my opinion. The refinancing of long-term mortgages at abnormally low interest rates is equivalent to receiving a government stimulus check each month, though the amounts will vary from household to household depending on the mortgage rate that was refinanced, the new refinanced rate, and the amount of the mortgage. The average annual 30-year mortgage rate for the 10-year period starting in 2012 and through 2021 was just 3.78%. That is over a 10-year period. I'm using the averages provided by Bankrate that are available for viewing at their website. The lowest rate was in 2021 at 2.96%. So assume, just for illustration purposes, that a household refinanced a $400,000 6% mortgage at 3.78%. The annual savings and interest cost would be $8,880 or $740 per month. That is equivalent to receiving a stimulus check for that amount each month for the next 30 years. The reduction in mortgage interest cost increases disposable income after mortgage debt payments. They can be used to support consumer spending, savings, and/or to pay down higher cost credit card debt. I've been pointing to that long-term stimulus impact in my blog since 2012. Two other increased sources for disposable income that will support consumer spending going forward are of more recent origin and may not last as long. The first is that the household savings that are invested in risk-free savings like CDs, savings accounts, treasury bills, and money market funds have gone from near zero during the long-fed jihad against slavers to around 5% now, and that produces additional income that can be spent, saved, and or used to pay down higher cost credit debt. The other current support for consumer spending is that wages over the past year or so have increased at a faster rate than inflation as measured by the Personal Consumption Price Index. This has been a very long-term problem for the U.S. economy, as real wages have not been increasing that much. Uh, I ideally would want to see core personal consumption price index rise about 2%, with wages rising 2.5 to 3%. Hopefully we will get into that range and stay with it going forward.